Hi, everyone. I'm Ceree, one of Soulful Revolution TV's certified readers. Very pleased to be with you for Fun Friday. And I have the wonderful opportunity to start off the series and to talk about some themes around what's happening on the planet. But before we get there, I'll just introduce myself briefly. I come from the business world, and after about 35 years of working night and day, I called it quits. And the last 5 years for me have been a really wonderful transition and transformation of who I was then to who I've become now. And in essence, it was really just to get regrounded in who I was as a soul on the planet and why I was here. I couldn't spell the word meditation, couldn't sit still for more than about a minute before falling asleep. And through this journey over the last 5 years, I've just become fascinated with the study of spirituality, of multidimensional living through the lens of joy, and also to find your passion and purpose. And mine is to be of service to others. I started with astrology and astronomy, really loved it, moved on to the study of energy, which took its form in three different ways. One, I started studying tarot, which I really love. I love the read of energy and how to help people use tarot to help them through their daily lives and to make decisions as they move forward. I also learned Reiki, which I was fascinated with, and I am a certified Reiki master, as well as I became certified as an Akashic Records master, where I spend the bulk of my time. So I am of service to others to help them on their path to find their spiritual journey and their mission, and to help them become the best versions of themselves they can be. So on to Happy Friday. So I'm going to use a couple of decks today, and right now, as you guys know, we're in a Mercury retrograde, and with retrogrades come oftentimes lots of ahas, but there can be surprises and disruptions. And Mercury is all around communication. So many of us can experience challenges with communications, whether it be with technology or with a spoken or written word between relationships and people. So I'm going to introduce you today to a fun spread that MJ loves to use with us, and we got this as part of the tarot certification class, and it's called the Crazy Brain. So what I'm going to do is I've already pulled a couple of oracle cards, which I'm going to read for you just to set a tone for the Mercury retrograde and potentially what challenges it might bring for you over the next several weeks. And then I'm going to walk you through the spread because it's a very quick spread, so this will not be a long reading. It's going to be short and sweet, but it's to introduce to you some of the words in spreads that we are becoming accustomed to as we have become part of her certified reader group. So I'm going to start right now with the wisdom of the tarot. MJ uses this on occasion, and so I'm going to read you the card that I pulled. That is our oracle card, one of the oracle cards, and it's Happy Happy. Love it. She's sitting on top of a big egg. It's a beautiful card, and it looks like she's got light coming through her and out of her in three different ways, holding a star. So the definition is essential meaning is joy and contentment, a sense of fulfillment, a feeling that all is well. Your desires are effortlessly fulfilled now. Find joy in the present moment, whatever is happening, and be satisfied with things as they are. You're free from the shackles of longing, and you're able to experience the liberation that comes from actually being happy moment to moment. For you've chosen happiness over yearning for it. Now is the time for feeling joy for the sake of joy and experiencing contentment. None of this is because of anything outside of you. Your happiness is a result of your being at one with Spirit's plan for your life. All is well. The tide is in for now. Enjoy playfully splashing in it. I love this card because it really sets a tone for Happy Friday, and I pulled it out of the blue. My second card that I pulled out of another oracle deck is the Akashic Tarot, and I use this when I'm in the Akash doing readings for people. And this is another message as well. I pulled this card today called Up in the Air, and let me read it to you. It shows a woman and a man looking at a hot air balloon over a mountaintop. And it says, right now, during this time of your life, there are aspects of an important situation that may seem hidden to you. You may feel a strong, almost urgent desire to know what's happening or going on. You can connect with your spirit guides and the Akashic Records and ask for some insight, but there are elements that are unknown and at this time unknowable. There is too much about the situation that's still up in the air. This could be due to influence of others who are undecided or some events that have not come to pass just yet. Trust is the only way for you now. If you push too hard to know or to influence the outcome, you might push that outcome away. Let go of all urgency and give the situation to your higher self, who will take care of it all. Time is required to know more about this situation, and time does not matter to your eternal self, whose power and love are always with you. For now, what else do you need? Nothing but trust. All right, so we have a message of happiness, but we also have a message, something might be up in the air right now, and you don't have an answer, but the message is that's okay. So I went ahead and pulled some cards for this spread called Crazy Brain, and it's a 5-card spread, so it's very simple. And I use it a lot with people to get clarity in a situation of a question that they have, maybe about a relationship, a situation about career, about love, about life purpose. But it's really asking a very specific question. And so today I said, well, let's talk about the Mercury retrograde and what challenges or what could be happening that's getting in the way of your manifesting what you desire, whatever that might be. So this is a collective reading. So I would say to everyone, take what resonates and throw away what doesn't. But again, this is meant to educate you into one of the spreads that we've been taught as readers. And again, it's a lovely short spread. It starts out with the energy underneath the deck. It will go to, what do you think is happening in this situation? Then it goes to, well, what's really happening in the situation? What is message from spirit? What hasn't happened yet, or what's coming to you or towards you that you don't know about? And then once, and I added this myself, this is one last bonus card, message from spirit, kind of like to encapsulate or finalize the message as a send-off. So I'm going to pull the cards, and I am going to walk you through the cards and what they mean in this particular spread. So I'd ask you just for a moment to take a deep breath. I've already protected our space. I saged, I've said prayers, and we're ready to go forward with the reading. But I'd like for you to pause for just a moment and think of a situation that's on your mind that is either unresolved, either hasn't happened yet, you're waiting for something, or there's conflict because things have not come to fruition. Very much like at times being in a Mercury retrograde period. All right. So the energy underneath the deck that I pulled this morning, and I use the Radiant Wise deck. It's one that MJ uses. It's modern tarot, but I really like the depictions on the deck. And I've got 2 different versions of the Radiant Wise. But this card is the 9 of Wands. This is the energy. And oftentimes this energy is an energy of uncertainty. Sometimes it's going into the unknown. I'm not sure about this. I'm a little anxious. So there's a little tension, nervous energy underneath the deck in terms of the energy of the reading itself. So I said, well, Spirit, tell me, could you give me an indicator of what's behind the anxiety or the uncomfortableness, if you will? And 2 cards flew out, the 8 of Wands and the Knight of Wands. And of course, we had the 9 of Wands as the energy. So these are the cards on, either side of it. But if you look at the 8 of Wands, there's something around communication and probably lack thereof that hasn't happened. And we wanted something to come in fast. And perhaps it has come in fast and you don't know what to do with it. But most likely it hasn't happened. And so therefore it's creating tension and anxiety. So what you think the situation is right now, and I've got an observation about most of the cards today. Most of the cards are pentacles. So when you see a lot of pentacles or one group of cards in one order, that is a tell for you that this is about manifestation, because pentacles are about what we see and materialize in our physical world. So what you think the situation about is the Ace of Pentacles. And aces are beautiful energy. And again, we don't get aces all the time. So when you get these, take them and run. This is about manifesting something new in your material world. It could be a new career, it could be a new start, it could be a new relationship, even a new way of being. And so I said, okay, Spirit, tell me what's going on. So I pulled a couple of clarifiers. You want to bring something new into the world. And I said, well, what is this about? And Six of Cups oftentimes is reflective of a relationship from the past that could come back around. And Mercury retrogrades oftentimes bring past relationships, whether they be friendships, family members, love interests, back around. So some of you may be out there wanting a relationship to come back to you that's been lost or it's been on pause for some time. And you want to manifest this relationship potentially in a new cycle or new way. And then the other card that came out as well was the Magician. And the Magician is all about manifesting. So I've got the ability to bring something new. This is what I think my situation is. I'm manifesting something new. I'd like it to be, I want to manifest something in regards of a relationship coming back around, potentially with some communication. And I have everything that I need to manifest. So what's going on? That's what you think's happening. What's really happening is the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is about doing the work. So for those of you who've been doing shadow work, who've been taking the steps to go within and to do the work, what the message is behind this, what you think this is bringing around a new start in a cycle, either with a relationship or with something that is going on in your life. But what's really happening is that you're just furthering the work. It's a manifestation of the hard work that you're putting in. All right. The message from Spirit is the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is the slow and steady knight. And they call him the Boy Scout. And they say he's like the turtle and the hare, the tortoise, if you will. The tortoise meaning slow and steady wins the race. And so the message from Spirit is don't get caught up in anxiety and don't worry about whether or not there's been a lot of communication or movement or action. Let it unfold as it needs to unfold and let it manifest in its own divine timing. What you haven't seen coming yet is very interesting. I got two cards, the Knight of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. Now, the Knight of Wands, I love the energy because this would indicate someone as a business leader, someone who's very thoughtful, very mature, very wise. It could be a father figure. But again, it's someone who could be entering your life or coming back around in your life. And it's also with this wonderful spirit of generosity. And this is what you don't know yet or what you haven't seen coming. So there could be this energy coming back around in your life, but also this energy also of beautiful give and take and generosity and abundance. And when this card comes up, oftentimes when we're in this relationship, the question that I always get for myself as well as for others is, sometimes we're good at giving, but we're not always good at receiving. So if someone is showing up to manifest a friendship, a relationship with you, are you actually ready? Have you done the work to not only be the giver, but can you also be the receiver? And I think that's something that's really challenging for many because we have been taught to be givers. And so what you don't see coming yet is a lot of generosity and abundance. Again, another pentacle, but a very fiery, mature, wise energy with a lot of passion coming back around into your energy. And I said, well, okay, give me just one clarifier. Is there anything else going on with these two energies? And I pulled the Five of Wands. And of course, fives are about change and wands are about movement. But this card often means that there can be drama or conflict or communication around you, not necessarily about you, but around you that might want to get in the way. So one of the things that I would say as a watch out is if you don't see this King of Wands coming and they come around and there's this great opportunity for giving and receiving in this new beautiful energies of the Ace of Pentacles, manifesting a new cycle, then it would just be a watch out to watch your external environment around you to find out, are there energies or people who could be blocking your joy or your happiness. And I said, okay, Spirit, last card in the deck, which I added, is what's the last message that you want the audience to hear today? Of all the cards, what's the one message that they need to walk away with? And I got the Sun. And again, the Sun is a beautiful energy. It's the most positive card in the deck. And it says, whatever you're wanting to manifest in this situation, take it slow, do the work, manifest and realize that you are the magician. You do have the opportunity to manifest this, but watch as the energy is coming towards you for any kind of drama or anything that you just need to set aside and say, I'm not going to honor that because I've got the Sun in my back, to help me fly. And the Sun is overarching my energy and allowing me to bring in what I truly want. So that's the crazy brain spread. Again, it's the energy. It is what you think the situation is, what it really is, what's going on, what Spirit's message is and guidance, what you don't see coming, and then one last message from Spirit as you move ahead on your path. And so if you're looking to manifest, those are some of the messages that can help you navigate through this Mercury retrograde for the next several weeks. But again, take it easy, take it day by day. And I think the messages from the Oracle cards also give us pause for thought that our happiness comes from within. Our joy comes from within. It is not external to us. Yes, we can be impacted by the behaviors and things of others and other events. However, if we remain grounded and centered as to who we are as human beings and who we are as souls on the planet, then that is our North Star, if you will. And whatever is going on outside of you, I say be the lighthouse. And so with that, I leave you on a fun Friday. Hope that all of you have a wonderful weekend. And again, I'm Ceree with gratitude. I'm so grateful to be with you and to be part of this magical team, the Spiritual View. See you later.